Gervonta Davis' own people are rooting for his downfall and joining with the ops in order to hopefully bring him down and make him lose. You compare that to what Pitbull Cruz or Canelo Alvarez or David Benavidez, you compare that to how they side move and how they acting out here and how they behaving. It's night and day. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings 9 a.m. Join the channel as a member, drop super chats when you come by the live streams. Let's get it cracking though, because I think this conversation is important, right? And please hype up the video, man. The hype button really, really works. So please, if you haven't used up all your hypes, scroll over where you can leave a comment, hype this video. It gets us right in the algorithm. It increases the reach of the channel and the visibility of the channel for people looking for this type of boxing content. But let's get it cracking. Serious conversation. So, Shakur Stevenson's news of him sparring Jake Paul to help Jake Paul get ready for Gervonta Tank Davis. Watching Montana Love help Jake Paul. Watching Raymond Ford help Jake Paul. It got me to thinking, right? Hearing Terrence Crawford's comments, hearing Lamont Roach's comments, hearing the Black American fighters specifically commenting on this Tank Davis and Jake Paul fight. Now you have a few, right? You have Stephen Fulton who didn't hate on it. You have I believe Erickson Lubin who I heard made some comments and he wasn't hating on it. But for a lot of people, they're rooting on this on this young man to lose, bro, and for him to fail. And we say this all the time, or at least I say it, and I've heard it said by many people that I consider to be wise, and that is boxing is a microcosm of life. To take it a step further, bro, boxing is a microcosm right now of life in the black community, man. What we're experiencing with Gervonta Tank Davis and the black fighters that I'm discussing, in my opinion, is the same thing that we see when people tell young black rich rappers, get out your hood, man. When you make it, give back to your community, but get out your hood, bro. Because there's always someone there that's not happy for your success. There's always someone there that's hating on you, plotting on your downfall. So get out of there, man. That's what this stuff is looking like, man. While Robert Garcia is going on camera saying, I'm rocking with my guy Pitbull to beat Lamont Roach. I want to see Pitbull beat Lamont Roach. You have Raymond Ford, Montana Love, Shakur Stevenson, Terrence Bud Crawford, all coming together to shit on Tank Davis and picking Jake Paul to beat him. And if they don't pick him to beat him, they go a step further and work with Jake Paul to help Jake Paul try to defeat Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't see Chris Billum-Smith. I don't see these big cruiserweights, white European cruiserweights coming to Tank Davis's camp to help him beat on Jake Paul's ass, bro. I don't see Tyson Fury going to Tank Davis camp trying to help him get ready for a bigger, stronger fighter, bro. I don't see that shit, man. You know? And it's weird. I see the what's the content creator, the white boy, Aiden Ross, I believe, is it? I see Aiden Ross betting on Jake Paul to knock Tank Davis out. Well, I see the Black American content creator that's supposed to be boxing channels. I see them all wishing, hoping, praying, and picking Jake Paul to knock out Gervonta Tank Davis, bro. And it's because we hate on our own the most, bro. Just some real shit. We hate on our own the most. The ones that make it out get hated on. And then when you get a bunch of us that all make it out, they look at the one that's on the top, and then making it out just ain't good enough. See, it's not enough for Raymond Ford and Shakur Stevenson and Terrence Crawford and Montana Love to get out their situations, better themselves, make a bunch of money and all that shit. That's not good enough. They got to look at that young man and say, nah, I want what he got. I want what he have too, and I'll do anything to bring him down. And it's a double-edged sword, because in my opinion, you're supposed to want his spot by way of beating him. If you're Terrence Crawford, you can't fight him because you're in a different weight class, but you're supposed to want his spot by way of beating him. So I'm finna run these numbers up. I'm finna promote myself. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. I'm finna make sure that I can compete in that regard. If you're Shakur Stevenson, if you're Montana Love, if you're Ray Ford, I'm gonna put myself in position to fight him. I'm gonna push for the fight. I'm gonna do everything it takes to make this fight. And if I can't get it, then I'll try to compete by being a superstar and doing this and doing that. But no, they're taking it a step further. No, I'm gonna help his op out. I'm gonna go help out the person that's going against him and help him in camp, spawn, get him ready. Right? And it's a bad look, bro. It's a bad look. And so when I throw out words like jealousy, envious, hate, this is what I'm talking about. And it's a microcosm of what we experience on a daily basis. Those of us that are able to better ourselves, put our families in better situations, put ourselves in better situations, and then you go back to where you're from and people looking at you differently because you bettered yourself or you leveled up or whatever the case may be. And right now, what a lot of these fighters are doing, looking at Tank Davis, wishing they got the Jake Paul type of bag. Looking at Tank Davis, wishing they could be the pay-per-view star. Wishing they could be the one that everybody is talking about. And so, since they can't stop him from being that, well, let's make sure that if they're going to talk about this nigga, we're going to try to make them talk about him as negatively as possible. We're going to try to throw salt on him and throw shade on him and throw dirt on him as much as possible. And the crazy thing is, all you're doing is making his supporters support him even more. All you're doing is, hopefully, in my opinion, making a monster. I love that he's off of social media. I hope that this is the new Tank Davis. Keep everybody guessing. Don't say shit on Twitter. I don't even care if he activates his Twitter ever again. Don't say nothing on Instagram. Just bare minimum. Only announce your fight, then get right back off that shit. Move how you gonna move, and don't say nothing. Keep them guessing. Keep them guessing. Don't say nothing. Just move how you gonna move and keep going. Because it's a lot of people praying on that young man's downfall. Even Floyd Mayweather, supposed to be his mentor, supposed to be the person that looks up to him. He was willing to be Tank Davis's mentor as long as he could make money off of him. The moment he couldn't make money off of him no more, he turned on him. Now he loved him some Shakur Stevenson. Now he love him some Keyshawn Davis. And the list goes on and on and on, bro. Never seen this before. I seen it to a certain extent with Floyd, but Floyd still got his props from his own. What these dudes is doing is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Rooting on the man to lose and going so far as to coming together as a conglomerate to try to help somebody defeat him. Tell me that he is the one without telling me that he is the one. Tell me that you know that's a bad man without telling me that you know that's a bad man. So I would just hope that when / if Tank Davis shines, that all these people that's coming together to try to make him lose, that all of them get that man his props and his credit. Because it's funny, right? Everybody's so critical, yet Terrence Crawford's picking Tank Davis to lose to Jake Paul, so that means that shit, if Tank Davis beats him and knocks him out, and it's not what Terrence Crawford thought it would, he should give him credit, right? That shit won't happen. Shakur Stevenson, Ray Ford, if Tank step on this nigga, Montana Love, if Tank step on him, then y'all should all be like, damn, he that good, we couldn't even help Jake out a little bit. That's what you should be saying, right? But you won't get that. You won't get nobody saying that. Content creators out here picking Jake Paul to beat Tank, saying Jake can knock him out and you hope he get knocked out or whatever. When that don't happen, then your tune is gonna change, right? We know the answer to these questions is nah, okay, y'all. We gonna keep hating no matter what, because we just haters. But y'all let me know what y'all think of that, man. I legit am disgusted that the black boxing community is rooting for Make America Great Again Jake Paul to beat one of their own. All because the person that's one of their own is in the position that they want. Boxing is a microcosm of real life. Specifically, boxing is a microcosm of life in the black community. And we're seeing it with Gervonta Tank Davis. Smash a like, sub to the channel. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.